We don't take the time to sell them and to close them on the ideas in which they need to think about that they're not. Because if they were thinking about the right ideas right now, they would be buying a house. But they think it's going to crash. What is it that drives our market? Do you guys know? Do your clients know? What's up, guys? Dwayne Richens, Real D2D. Today, we're going to talk about the key factors of getting somebody to close. Now, I went through a bunch of role plays with our group today, and one of the role plays we did was this. The elections are coming, and we want to wait until the elections happen. Now, as we went through this role play, the biggest thing that agent did was try to push past without handling the objections of elections. So we stopped, we went back through it, we looked at it, and we said, okay, we got the elections. What about the elections is concerning to your client? Did you ask that question? And the answer was, well, no. Like, okay, if you would have asked that question, what would your client have said? And the agent said, well, they would have told me everything that they were concerned about with the election. This is great. How could you use that? And at that point, you could pull all the pieces they pulled out. Now, whether it's Democratic or Republican, whoever wins this ticket this year, neither are great, but either way, they then could go back and ask more questions. So when Donald Trump was president, what was the real estate market like? What was the economy like? What were interest rates like? What do you think will happen if he was elected again? How does that affect your buying power? Lots of different questions like that. What does inflation look like? What was gas prices back when he was president? They were down in the $2 range. So lots of questions like that could help spur their mind to think of what it would be like if Donald Trump got elected. Also, we can go into the Democratic Party, Kamala Harris. What happens if she is elected? Now, she's been vice president for the last 4 years. So over the last 4 years, what has our real estate market done? How high have interest rates been? Did the market crash? What do you expect the interest rates to do going forward? And how much appreciation did we have even with an 8% interest rate? So in reality, what would cause the market to crash? And ask a bunch of questions that are going to spur those conversations to increase. Now, if rates do come down, which they're projected to, the last couple notifications about our inflation have come down. The Feds have come out and said we will get a rate drop. So if that's really the case, what will happen if interest rates go down? Now, most clients are going to tell you they go up. And if they don't, then you can simply say, okay, well, if they go up, how much are they going to go up? Let's remember back to when rates were lower. How many people jumped in and there was multiple offers? Can you get below purchase price on offers if there's multiple offers? No. Can you get people to pay your closing costs? No. Are you going to get repairs? No. Is it easy to get a contingency through where you have to sell your house to buy one? No. So what are some of the benefits of buying right now with a little bit higher interest rate? And what can you do in a buyer's market? And if it's a seller's market, it doesn't matter. Even if it's a seller's market right now, will it be more of a seller's market later if rates come down? These are good questions for your clients to think about. Because a lot of times, what happens to us as salespeople is we dive in and start engaging with them directly. We don't take the time to sell them and to close them on the ideas in which they need to think about that they're not. Because if they were thinking about the right ideas right now, they would be buying a house. But they think it's going to crash. What is it that drives our market? Do you guys know? Do your clients know? It's supply and demand. Now, in a buyer's market, what does that mean? There's a lot of supply and not a lot of demand. In a seller's market, there's a lot of buyers and not a lot of supply. So what happens in a seller's market when you get really low interest rates? That becomes less. Less inventory, way more buyers. So prices tend to go up a lot faster. In a buyer's market where rate goes down, you get a lot more buyers that jump back on the market. Are there a lot of buyers sitting on the sideline? The answer is 1,000% yes. What are they waiting for? The same thing you are. You're smart. You're saying, hey, I want to wait till these rates come down. I want to wait till prices come down. I want to wait till all of this is more affordable. And then I want to dive into the market. How many other people do you think are out there just like you that are waiting for that to happen? And they're going to tell you a lot because they feel like they're really smart. So if everybody waits until those prices creep down, what is that going to do for your buyer pool? Is there going to be a lot of buyers? Absolutely. If there's a lot of buyers, what happens to the inventory? It gets gobbled up. And if there's less inventory and a lot of buyers competing for the same houses, what happens to the price? It goes through the roof. So guys, as we go through a sales pitch, you have to remember a couple things. Your job is to create a clear path for your clients to see the vision they need to take, the pathway they need to go on in order to reach their goals. Whether that's a grieving family that lost a loved one in a home, or a divorce, or an issue like that where they're just like, we want to get rid of the house and get into a different home. Or whether it's, hey, this is an exciting thing. We want to sell our house and buy a new house. We're making more money. We have more kids. Life's expanding. We can finally afford a bigger house. Then let's get into it. Or, hey, financially we're strapped. We've got to sell this and take our equity out to be able to cover some medical bills. Or we're going to have to rent for a little while. Whatever the case may be, find the path that they need to go on and then take them on that path. Help them along that journey and help them to accomplish whatever goal they're trying to accomplish. So, big takeaways from today. You have to help the client see the vision, have the knowledge of what the market's really going to do, what it's done in the past, where it's going to go, so they can make the best decision for themselves. You cannot tell them how to do that. You have to ask them questions that you know how they will answer, that guide them and steer them to come up with the conclusions that you want them to come to without you telling them. That is the secret sauce to selling a lot of real estate. Guys, if you want to get better at question-based selling, reach out to me. We've got some courses coming up soon. There's an online course in September. I'll put the link in the bio. Make sure you attend that. I'm going to walk through how to get 10 listings a month and close 10 deals. So there's a lot of good stuff that we're going to go over. We've got a social media course coming up of how to sell a ton of real estate through social media. Make sure you attend that course. If you really want to dive in, we got a really cool coaching program. We can get you on our EXP team if funds are tight. But reach out to me. Let's find out what's going to be the best fit for you. And if you want a link to any of my courses, text me directly. My number is 801-243-4544. That's 801-243-4544. Guys, let us help you blow up your business. We know we can get you there. Have an awesome day.